Greetings my fancy viewers, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Companion, directed by Drew Hancock and stars Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid. So this is already one of the most bizarre films I have seen this year. You have Sophie Thatcher who plays Iris, and Iris is a companion robot. And what are companion robots, you may ask? Well, there's no other easy way to put it other than they're pretty much slave robots. They pretty much do anything the owner tells them to do. They act as like a relationship robot for those that can't get boyfriends or girlfriends. They're pretty much just slaves to their owners. And the thing is, these robots have no idea that they are robots. They're programmed with these false memories and these false emotions. They're not supposed to feel any real emotions. They're just supposed to be what the programming is inside their brain that tells them what to do. And Iris is a companion robot for Josh. But Josh has a little bit more tricks up his sleeves in what to do with Iris. Instead of just using her as a relationship robot, he's using her to commit a murder. And that way, he can commit a murder to get over $4 million. Yeah, this plot gets really weird. Jack Quaid's character uses a sex robot to commit a murder to get money. Yeah, it's weird. Now, this is where the themes of the movie start to really dig in, because the themes here are pretty heavy. For a crazy film like this, it actually has a pretty deep message about abusive relationships. How Josh is pretty much just controlling Iris, and how Iris has no free will because of Josh, and how Josh is just a terrible boyfriend to Iris, and how Iris just wants to break free and be herself, but Josh prevents that. The entire film is just one big analogy for abusive relationships. But luckily for the film, it's able to balance out this really deep message with a pretty cool story and some pretty funny moments as well. That way, the film is not just a huge drag with its pretty deep message. So I can applaud the film for having a really great message, but also being a really damn good movie as well. And yes, the film is great. I had a damn good time with this one, because the action sequences here are so damn good. You have Iris, who's pretty much getting the upper hand on Josh because she gets control of his phone later in the movie, and she's able to control her own programming, make her smarter, make her stronger, make her more agile. By the end of the film, she's pretty much a badass final girl, fighting against anything that gets in her way. It's so cool watching this robot pretty much just go from like being controlled to be the one who's getting the upper hand on everybody. It's freaking awesome. And Iris is such a damn good character. I loved her character in this movie. Watching her go from like a controlled robot to being one that has complete free will and is getting the upper hand on everybody is so freaking satisfying to watch. Her character is just so cool. I mean, watching this robot just become a freaking badass, it's awesome. It's like a reverse Terminator movie pretty much. Watching, instead of a robot chasing down the humans, it's humans chasing down the robots, but the robots getting the upper hand. Like, it's so cool. And thanks to Sophie Thatcher's performance. Her performance is stellar in this movie. Watching her go from, a pretty much robot that doesn't know that she's a robot to becoming a free-willed person is just, man, her performance is great. And her facial expressions, watching her being all like, googly-eyed over Josh and loving him, to becoming like this vengeful robot. Her performance, one of my favorites of the year so far. It's so good. Sophie Thatcher was great in her previous film Heretic, which came out last year, and I think her performance is even better in this film. This is her best performance by far. It's so good. And not only are there great character moments and some great action sequences, there are also some really funny moments in here too. Like, I was surprised at how funny this movie was at times. There were like 4 or 5 laugh-out-loud moments, especially thanks to one running gag. I mean, there was one gag in the film that had me hollering each time. It was so funny. I was just so surprised at how this film was able to balance all the action, comedic, and great character moments revolved around this really deep theme and messages of the film so well. I mean, the writing here is just amazing. It was just such a damn treat. Like, everything here is just almost perfect. I loved so much about this film. Now, the film isn't perfect by any means. I think my biggest complaint is probably with the side characters. Now, don't get me wrong, they do have some okay moments, and there are some pretty funny moments with them as well, but I kind of wish they had more to do. I mean, they're not really in the film for that long, and some of the characters are pretty interesting, and I would have liked to see them a little bit more. I feel like if the script was a bit fleshed out more with the side characters, that way they could have been a bit more involved with the story, I feel like they would have been a more welcome presence into the film. But other than that, I had a really good time with this one. It's not perfect by any means, it's not, a grand masterpiece, but it's still a really damn good movie with great characters, great writing, great action, and some pretty heavy themes. I mean, this whole film is just the whole package. It's something that you can enjoy. If you want to go out and see it on Valentine's Day, even better. This might be a really fun Valentine's Day film you can go out and see. And I highly recommend you go out and see this one. Which is why I'm going to give Companion the gold top hat. To all my fancy viewers out there, thank you so much for watching. But it's your first time here and you like what you've seen, be sure to subscribe for more content. And have you seen Companion? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have a fantastic night, and as always, stay fancy.